exciting settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, it will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA, ready to roll. Today, a Golden State clash as two teams from the state of California try to claim some bragging rights. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Bruins will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will... The 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's the handoff. Find some fresh air. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
This is a quarterback who's used to using his athleticism to his advantage and burning defenses, but there was nothing going there. Great job by the defense, taking everything away and forcing a run for a loss as that quarterback was smart to get out of bounds.
Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Hey, make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your uncovered unit. Will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCLA.
They'll try the running game off the right tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. All wideouts, no backs. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Quickly complete. Stumbled to the ground.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Parking the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Motion from the back. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Punt is on its way. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Brown will throw it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Stanford looking to convert this fourth down. Now the play fake. Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Flores. At the 45 on his way. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back. It's Iamaleava. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
On the option. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one's saved a touchdown at least for now.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Touchdown, through it. Ran the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense making its way back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The Cardinal might go right back to that ground game after the huge run. He'll try the left side.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Farrell. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw it to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. They kick it away on 4th down. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end now in motion. Going to the run, it's Ford. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
It's first down from the 11. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Brown will throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal. Quick strike through the air for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Flores.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The Bruins come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell he just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Complete to the left. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Berger. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. A strike downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Trying to ball his way in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, UCLA!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about turning it on. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Flushed out of the pocket. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The lone back's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another 1st down. ground. He's got it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give from the gun. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches then.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown, and here they go on 4th and short. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys, not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Pulls it in, it's Flores. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Bruins are on the move. Takes the handoff. It's Berger. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff from the gun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll take it himself. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the run, it's Thomas. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Iamaleava. The screen, he can go. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from Pater.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Bruins! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? play fake. Looking left. He makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Got it looking for the 1st down. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cardinal. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the ubiquitous bubble screen just floats backward for lost yardage.
You need better blocking downfield. I mean, these receivers got to understand, if you're going to play in this offense, it's not good enough just catching the ball. You've got to block for your fellow comrades. Poor job executing at the point of attack.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this 1st down, try and eat clock and win the game late? Or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Making its way back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Here's a big drive for this defense who will try to get a stop with just a few minutes left. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Play action. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Finds the tight end.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Quick completion to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
At the 22-yard line. First down for the offense.
Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Drive facing a little adversity on second and 11. On the option. Now the pitch. Finds a little space. Turning it on. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And this is the only time as a coach I'm going and talking to a kicker, okay? I'm picking his brain. Apparently he might like it on the left hash because they run the ball to the left. Like, where do you want it to kick this game winner? Like, we're sizing this thing up. A field goal wins it. I need to know what your tendency is.
Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Right back to the well. Can't get it to the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Stanford! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
UCLA Bruins will take over 1st and 10.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
All right, let's get it. Right. Ready?
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Cardinal! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.